Hello everyone, welcome back to another video brought to you by WebVidTuts. This is video 5 in the HTML5 and CSS3 training series, and in this video we will be going over hyperlinks. So let's begin. If you've ever been onto a website, you've undoubtedly used hyperlinks, because without hyperlinks we wouldn't be able to get anywhere on the web or anywhere else on that particular website. So let's go ahead and learn about the anchor tag, also known as the A tag. I'm going to go ahead and show you the standard one. So right here is the anchor tag. It's kind of like the text formatting from the previous video. However, you have this little thing right here that we're going to do using. And this right here, that's within inside the opening tag, is called an attribute. An attribute pretty much just defines some characteristics about that particular element right there. And href stands for hypertext reference. And this is where we will put our link at. So, if you want to say, link something to, I'll use my website, my nomorestudios.com, you can go ahead and type http://www.nomorestudios.com. The last slash is optional. And one thing to know about hyperlinks is that when you're linking to an external website, which is any site that's not on the current site you're on, then you have to make sure you put http:// in front, or else your browser won't know where to go and it'll try to look for it internally in the folder that your particular file is in. So if it's an external website, make sure that you put http:// in front, or else it'll blow up. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. Let me reload this. Okay, so right here we have our hyperlink. Now, like in the text formatting, we have our word right here, which is going to, this anchor tag is surrounding that will create this as a hyperlink or make this as a hyperlink. And then here we go right here. Our text is right here, this is hyperlink right here, and it's between the two anchor tags, which means this is a hyperlink now. And we go ahead and click that, and voila, we get brought to my No More Studios website. So let's go ahead and go back. Now as you can see, when I click this, it goes within the same tab that I have right here. Now you can actually change that. Now I'm actually going to go post some different code right here. Quite a bit of code actually. Okay, so there's an extra attribute you can work with on the anchor tag, and it's the target. And I have all 4 targets you can put here. There's actually another one, but it's not exactly relevant. But the first one will be target blank. Now this one will make your hyperlink appear in a different tab, so that's pretty nice. And make sure you put the underscore in the target attribute. And the parent target will make the link appear in the parent container. So I'll have to show you in a second with these iframes, these inline frames. It's kind of weird to explain it now since I haven't taught anything about iframes or inline frames, but just bear with me for now. It's kind of hard to explain, but just kind of bear with me for now. And then the self will make sure that the hyperlink opens, or the new website opens up in that same container. And this is actually the default value that hyperlinks are set at. And then you have target top, which pretty much just trumps whatever container that the hyperlink is in and appears at the very top, so it doesn't matter which container it's in, it always appears as the new page in that particular tab, if that makes any sense. Which I'm going to go ahead and show you this right now in action, because it makes more sense when you actually see it. Okay, so here's my 4 hyperlinks at the top. Blank, as you can see, opens up in a new tab. Parent I'm actually going to show on this iframe right here, which iframe is, it's kind of like a frame for just another website to appear in. If I hit parent, it'll appear as like the same tab. However, if I hit self, which that means that this container will contain the new web page, as you can see, it appears right there now. And then the last one, well, let me actually show you parent real quick. This one over here, I have two iframes. I have this iframe, and then this iframe's loaded up another web page, or has an iframe on it and contains a different web page. It's kind of hard to explain this, but if I hit parent, or actually, let me show you. Let me hit self first. So the new web page will be contained in this child iframe. However, if I hit parent, it'll appear in the container of that particular iframe. And then top, it'll trump all these iframes. It doesn't matter if it's in 20 iframes, it'll still appear in that particular tab. And now I have this link over here, which is actually an internal link, which is a little bit different than an external hyperlink. Instead of putting HTTP for the Hypertext Transport Protocol, you can actually just put the actual document that you want the hyperlink to go to. So in this case, I just have webpage.html, which if you look at my folder right here, I'm actually on index.html, so it'll actually go to this particular page. So I guess you could say internal hyperlinks are a little bit easier since you just have to put the actual document type, or not the type, but the actual document name right here. And I have this going to the target underscore blank, which will make the website appear in a new tab. Let's go ahead and go back to my web browser, refresh, and as you can see, it opens up in a new tab, and this is one of the web pages I have that contains the iframes. Okay, so some of this is kind of hard to understand, but if you don't use iframes or any kind of frames, I believe the actual other frame is actually deprecated, which we'll get into what deprecated is in a whole nother topic. But the main ones you pretty much just need to know, or you can actually leave your links blank, have a blank target like this, or if you want them to appear in a new tab, just go ahead and put that underscore blank so that it appears in a new tab. And then the parent and self, you really only have to understand those, or the parent and the top one, you really only have to understand those if you actually work with iframes. So I hope I actually explained that decently, but it's kind of hard to explain since I haven't taught about iframes or nothing yet, so kind of bear with me now. But that's a little bit about the anchor tag and the attributes, the target attribute and the hypertext reference attribute. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.